Hey everyone, Elster76. I'm going to show you a couple little farms I came up with. Here's an automatic chicken farm. Um, After I finished making it, I looked around on YouTube and I found a few similar, but they don't really seem as small as this. They're quite large, like that, and they don't work very well. There's a sign in the middle that the chickens are supposed to fall in there as babies. They walk around, they grow, but they don't walk around, they stay in the center. So that video must be fake. I don't see how the guy was cooking his chickens. Anyway, this is the best. I got it all open. You can close it all up a lot more to lose less. There's a bit of stuff that pops out once in a while, but here's the concept. Cauldron on top of a hopper. These chickens lay their eggs. They fall into the hopper, which get put into the dispenser. Once the dispenser has anything in it, it creates 1 tick of energy, which you put into a comparator. Aim your comparator outwards, and like you just saw, it'll give that 1 tick. That 1 tick with a repeater will give it enough charge to come back and actually power the dispenser to shoot whatever object falls inside. Put a half slab in front of it. The egg will break inside the half slab and baby chickens will pop out on top of it. When the baby chicken grows, it will get cooked in the fire, and it'll also get dropped into the hopper, which is capable of sucking through a half slab into your chest. You will receive cooked chicken. Once again, there are some things that pop out once in a while. You get a piece of meat over here or an egg in the back. You could put hoppers all around this thing and have it all connected to your chest, just to be on the safe side, to make sure you don't lose any of your stuff. I'll throw a bunch of eggs in here and you'll see pretty much the concept of how it works. Obviously, the amount of eggs that you get are depending on the amount of animals you have in your world at any given time. The least amount of eggs you have, the more spawns you will have. Here we got 2, 3. As you see, the eggs are just breaking right here. Anyway, so they will grow eventually, and once they grow, they will be big enough to get burnt by the lava. And like I said, the hopper will suck the cooked meat into your chest. Stay with me, I'll show you a couple more little farms I got going on here. This is a simple little melon farm. Don't lose too much with this one. What happens is once a melon grows in there, it gets crushed and it gets sent into the hoppers and into your chest. It's really simple. Give you all the angles of it if you ever want to copy something like this. I have an open version of it somewhere. This is also stackable if you want. I only made it this large so that I got like 0 loss. Well, next to 0 loss. If anything pops out, it goes into the bottom hoppers. As you go up higher, you can make them smaller and smaller. This is totally also self-contained. I put the droppers here just for the fun of it, just to see the melons falling. There's like always melons in there. What happens is once something goes into the hopper, creates the tick of power, which is going to send power into here, and it's going to drop the melons down to other levels. If you're lucky enough to see it when all the melons are there, then it's pretty cool. You see them all fall. Here's another concept. This is closed up. The difference between closing up your builds and not closing them is I built these two and emptied the chest at the same time. This one's been running. I got 40 melons in it, and the same amount of time, this one here, I got 10. Why? Because this is all open. Your melons pop out all over the place sometimes. This one, they guaranteed pretty much all go inside. I'll show you what happens. Melon grows. The way that I did this one is the dirt gets pulled away so that when your piston pushes down, it forces it into the hole, which has a hopper underneath. Same thing here. You'll see it in action. And as you saw, melons flew out the side. Inside there we got a hopper. It's kind of a cool little build. It's instant. As soon as your pumpkin grows, it gets harvested right away. On to my wheat farms. One of them is really awesome, actually. Yeah, so I wanted to fool around. I was trying to do the calculations as to how many pistons it takes to harvest sugarcane. And it seems it takes you 2 pistons per sugarcane. I found a way to get away with less pistons. If I believe this is the one. Yeah, so instead I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pistons, and I'm able to take all the sugarcane off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sugarcanes. It's the least amount of pistons necessary. Although, if you've played Minecraft long enough, I'm sure you're more than capable of getting your hands on enough pistons. Anyway, I kind of like this concept. And then after I did this one, I figured, hey, why not just have 2 pistons on it going across? So then I came up with this one over here. Same basic concept, only now we're using 2 pistons. To break all of the sugarcane. Now once this gets to the end, it's going to cycle one of the pistons up on the top, the other one down on the bottom, going back the other way. It doesn't activate while it's going across the bottom, so it doesn't break your sugarcane on the bottom, so it's totally reusable. Once again, everything falls in water, into hoppers. You don't even need to use the water anymore. You can just put hoppers. I actually now prefer to use just hoppers, so if you're ever in a survival world and you're digging from underneath, you're not going to crack open a piece of dirt and have like a lake flooded on you. You'll break the dirt, you'll see a hopper, you'll know to stop digging. So hoppers over water for transporting stuff, definitely good. The sheep's learning something today. Alright, so that's pretty much the concept. As you see, it's going back over the other side. It's going back to the other side. And you can put a bud switch on here and just have it working off a bud switch that it doesn't move until everything's grown, or you could even just leave it running, and as soon as something grows, it gets pretty much taken off. They just released the update today to fix the TU19 bug, so pistons are working. Where's my other farms? Oh, there we go. How can we miss those? They're huge. Alright, basic concept here. Everyone knows the melon farm, how it works. This is the smallest you can make it, pretty much. You got to run around, pick up your melons once they break, put a switch, flick the switch, pushes all your melons off, pistons retract, and they'll grow again. You could put a clock or whatever and just have it going off, hoppers everywhere to catch your stuff. So then I figured, hey, let's make a stackable kind of thing with melons. Oh no, there's a few of them grown. Well, anyway, basic idea, same thing, but it's up to top level. I get a lot of melons from this. Anyway, you put a pressure plate in the bottom, and then just stand there and collect an uber amount of melons. It's just melons for days. I don't think you'd ever need this many melons. And I can't imagine how many times we would probably fall building this in survival, and the resources would be just ridiculous. If anyone's interested, I can give you an account of exactly how many melons I got off this. This is only using the 2 sides. I didn't use the back or the front. So I made this other version right here, where I'm using 3 sides. And this is for sugarcane. Same concept. This opens up my floor to where my chest is to catch my stuff. Anyway, same basic concept. Just push it and pushes all your sugarcane off. I double clicked that lever by mistake. And if you're wondering how I got the sugarcane to grow all the way up there, it's really simple actually. You could run your water running straight down. As long as it's touching the dirt that your sugarcane's growing on, it will grow. This also, it's a ridiculous amount of stuff you get from it. And just keeps going. Same concept as that, only now I'm doing the 4 sides. I'm not going to do this up to the top level. I just did a smaller version just to show this is the most sugarcane you can get in a small area. And you only need 4 water to operate it as high as you want to go. It makes no difference. Once again, just flick the switch, and it pushes all your sugarcane to the center. Like I said, now I'm using all 4 sides. As you see, there's sugarcane growing all the way around. That's the most you can get on this one. And what else is there? That might be pretty much it for my little farms. Melon farm, and yeah, I think that is it for farms. I'll be working on some more. I just learned how to make a bud switch, which is pretty interesting. Any block you place here will activate the piston, so it's gonna enable me to do a heck of a lot of stuff that I never before thought of. But yeah, anywhere you place it around here, not on the corners obviously, but behind it, under it, on top of it, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, anyway, if you like my stuff, subscribe, like it, comment. I got a lot of other things I could show you guys. Oh, this is pretty cool. To get unlimited, well, I guess we can call it another farm, an obsidian farm. Simply ignite your portal. You click this button, it's going to send a pulse on a delay. It's going to turn off the portal while we're in the nether. This way when we come back, we'll have another portal somewhere. It's probably going to look all derpy and stuff, but I can actually show you a pretty cool glitch at the same time. It's in one of my other videos, but anyway, I'll just show you, and it's self-explanatory. Push the button, go into the nether. So now we're in the nether. It's odd seeing animals in here. Okay, so now we're in the nether. Right now, my things should be turned off. It might need to be in multiplayer, I'm not sure. But the portal should be off, and I should appear. There we go. And I didn't come back through the same portal. It sent me here to a new portal, which is also invisible now, which is really cool because you could really troll people with this. As you can see, back into the nether, going through the invisible portal. And it's still here. You could hide it, decorate it. It's quite interesting. You got an invisible wall. Now the funniest part is that this over here is no longer an actual portal. It's decorative. You can stand here, I think, forever and not go anywhere. And if you want, oh, I think I just relit it, I'm not sure. We'll see in a second here. Once my water spits through, it should just make one square disappear. No, okay, it didn't glitch out. Anyway, sometimes you're able to remove everything and just leave 2 pieces of portal. You can see it in my other video. I got one, and yeah, this, I'm not sure how long this is going to stay here for, but that was darn quick. That was like instant portal. There's no lag to move around or anything. It's as soon as you got in, like this is quick. Anyway, like I said, like, subscribe. I'm going to be probably posting a couple videos a week, at the least a video a week. I'm always coming up with new ideas. The update just came out, so I'm going to have a lot of fun here. This is just in preparation for when they add the feature where farmers could actually farm. That is going to be amazing. Once these guys farm for us, then the things we'll be able to build then will just be a whole lot more fun. Anyway, like I said, like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm really trying to get a channel going. If I can get enough people, I'll put more time and effort into this. Hope you liked.